Do Amish people get ADHD? That is a real question that has been in the real news lately, and so since it is October and it is ADHD Awareness Month, I thought it would be fun to use that question as today's myth. Do Amish people get ADHD? Do Cuban people get ADHD? There was a really famous piece of writing on the internet a while ago about how French kids don't have ADHD. I hate to break it to you, but they've studied this a number of times, and scientifically the data is clear. Everybody do be getting ADHD. There are no differences in prevalence from country to country, nor, I thought this was interesting, continent to continent, except obviously Antarctica, but some of those fucking penguins. Worldwide, ADHD impacts about 5% of kids and about 3%-ish of adults. And it occurs in both the developed and developing world, even though I know that concept is a little bit problematic. That's how they talk about it in the literature. I'm sorry, I just work here. Hi, my name is Kate, and the work I do is this. I wrote a book called The ADHD Field Guide for Adults. It is available for pre-order now. In it, we talk about pretty much everything that you might want to know about ADHD, hopefully. If you left something out, tell me in the comments after you pre-order the book. Now, it is true that there are some differences in visibility when it comes to ADHD across cultures. For example, Amish people, due to their religious beliefs, don't partake in modern medicine for the most part. So, obviously, if nobody in your community goes to a psychiatrist, we're not going to have a lot of data about how many people in your community actually have ADHD and or autism. As somebody who grew up in Amish County, I can tell you from personal experience that if you go down there, you are going to encounter some Jebediah who can't make eye contact and is really into bird watching. And those cultural differences are one of the reasons why misinformation like French kids don't get ADHD happens. There are many cultures outside of the United States that prioritize discipline. They prioritize self-control. Now, I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying punishing your ADHD kid into submission is healthy, but it is true that a lot of people with ADHD and autism are forced to mask because of societal expectations. It is also true that there are huge differences in the way that the education system is run from country to country. For example, due to the broken nature of our broken-ass system, we put a lot of emphasis on standardized testing. Other countries put a lot of emphasis on developing the whole person, so learning not only school skills, but life skills. And there's a lot more besides that. But the reason why we see differences is not because the Amish don't take Tylenol or whatever the fuck they're trying to tell you. The differential is nearly always how a culture or community interacts with the medical and educational system, which is also why in America we see marginalized communities with lower rates of diagnosis. I'm going to be busting myths and talking about ADHD and relationships all month long, so if you want in on that, follow for more!